amazing, beautiful people, and welcome back to another anime openings reaction video. It's been a while, but all of you have been requesting this for quite some time, so I think it's about time we went down this rabbit hole, and that is the Gundam rabbit hole. Now, it is a giant rabbit hole in its own right, so we're gonna have to take it by bit by bit. But recently on Twitch, all of you said that, you know, it'd be a good place to start is right here, Gundam 00. Is it 0000? The openings, all of the openings. I think there's 4 in total. I might be wrong there, but I found a playlist with all of them in. So I'm gonna stop talking and we just check these out. Now, I don't know much about Gundam. Is this the one that PewDiePie collects? Like, he's got all those giant like robots in his house. Is this the one? Is that what Gundam is? I've heard it's like pretty cool. Maybe, I don't know. Do they climb in them, or are the robots sentient? I'm not sure. Anyway, press the freaking like button, press the freaking subscribe button. Unblurred reactions are available on Patreon. A link in the description for $1 a month. And let's jump into my first time ever reaction to Gundam 00 anime openings. Is that an elevator or like a giant sword? It looks weird. Is it an elevator? Kinda sounds like Muse, doesn't it? The band. Okay. God, those things are massive. God, it sounds tons like Muse. Kinda give me like an 86 vibe, so like 86 with bigger robots. That robot was huge. That's like, this is like Pacific Rim style size. I like the song a lot. I have to say, I am preferring this, how it looks, to how mech anime usually look. So there's something a bit more different about Gundam that I'm liking. Really good song. So, I think I would actually really like this. So, mech anime in general isn't something like I'm in love with. Although everyone I've seen I've liked, but I haven't really seen that many. How many have I seen? I guess what, 2? Unless I'm forgetting one. That'd be 86 and Code Geass. And I liked Code Geass. I didn't love it, but I did fucking love 86. But I guess 86 is definitely not the same. But then again, even Code Geass isn't like a heavily like mech anime. You know, I mean, it is, but it also isn't. I don't think I've seen like a proper one where it's like the main story point. But what I will say is it's not really like something I've ever massively loved. You know, the idea of these like mechs fighting out and like robots and everything. I've never really like loved it. I've never really like vibed with it. But there's something where I will vibe with it is where it's like more real, you know, like having like these mechs. So either the idea of like a really small super suit that you put on and it just like makes you super like an exoskeleton. I like that idea, or the idea of it being incredibly encumbersome and realistic, you know, like Pacific Rim. Like getting in this mech and it's just a tank and it's very slow and encumbersome. Then I also like it. When it's a bit more like Code Geass, you know, like when they're a bit more like just couldn't do everything. You get in a mech and it's just like it's more like the machine from the Fear the Sky saga, you know. It just can zap everywhere. When it's like that, it's not really what like I find that a bit like overpowering. But I don't know. What I'm basically trying to say is I feel like Gundam looks dark. It looked dark. It looked grounded. The robots looked like a bit more real, like piloted, you know, manned robots. It like yeah, especially one of them which like had like 4 people in his head or something. Yeah, I liked it, and I liked the opening as well, the opening song. You watch now. Opening 2 is going to show me completely different. It's this stuff. This stuff I like. The world is like gritty and normal. Eh? Did the girl just like pull that guy to the ground, go to help him up, and then go and just walk off? She's a bit of a dick. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm liking this. This is what I wanted to see. This is making it again more grounded, more gritty. Like Gundam, I assumed like because it's like a very like famous mech anime. I assumed it was all gonna be like over the top giant mech stuff and just like that was the main focus. But it seems quite gritty, which I didn't think it would be. I didn't think it, but it definitely has that sort of. Even the songs feel like gritty as well. I didn't think it'd have that kind of tone. Fucking amazing opening song, by the way. Like, Jesus Christ, both of these have been really like grungy, a bit more emotional, very good opening songs. This looks like God, the song is so good. They're trying to blow up the moon. What's those lasers being shot into the air? That's an amazing shot, by the way. That looks well cool. This, I don't know, man. It looks like both. On one hand, we got like the pink Power Ranger like jumping around there. On the other hand, it's like we've got this like desolate wasteland world. You know, we got these battles in the desert with like armies fighting each other. But then we have giant robots zipping around in space. You know, like super fast and overpowered. It feels like both. You know, like both. It feels like the kind of like mech anime I might be like, meh, and also the kind of mech anime I might be like, you know. It feels like, it feels more like a cross between like 86 and something like Code Geass or Pacific Rim, you know, something like that. It feels like, it's like, it feels a lot darker than a usual, like what I would imagine a mech anime is like. But then again, I haven't seen one. This is all just what I have in my head. This is like corruption from fucking Power Rangers, man. That's the truth. Ooh, what are you liking the opening? God, it seems dark again. Could be like a really cool concept to explore where it's like, you know, either the entire army is mechs and there's just like people in the army that are just like better than others. Something like maybe Live, Die, Repeat, you know, Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt sort of movie, or something Tomorrow, whatever it was called. In the end, The Edge of Tomorrow, something like that. You know, everyone's got the same equipment, but some people just use it better. Or I also kind of like the idea of like you go up the ranks, like saying like maybe Hunger Games or Starship Troopers or something. You go up the ranks, you get better equipment, and then all the grunts don't have that equipment, which is why we're seeing people like run around with machine guns, and then they could be like, the mechs are here, and then the mechs come, and you know, and it explores the dynamics of the people who are in the mechs and the people who are on the ground. You know, I feel like there could be like some really cool dynamics here. The opening song is fucking 10 out of 10. I've loved all of them so far. God, the shots are really cool as well. Like, look at this fucking shot here. Look at that. That is a poster. That is a fucking poster. That is awesome. Oh, man. Am I going to watch Gundam? Am I going to watch Gundam? It never... Does it get... Gundam 00... I swear it gets voted for every now and then on in the polls. Has it been in any of my anime tournament polls on Twitch? You guys need to be following me on Twitch. You need to be following me on Twitch. If you're not following me on Twitch, you're missing out. Because you guys decide what anime I watch. The thing is, right? Let me explain this right now. On Twitch, our anime tournaments have around 1,000 viewers. You know, between 500 and 1,000 viewers. That's how well the streams do, right? But the votes, we have about, on average, 300 to 600 votes. Will take place per like anime. So like let's say in the tournament we have like 800 people watching. Only about 550, 600 of those 800 people actually ever vote. The other 200 just sit there quietly. What I'm trying, and obviously those are split between 2 anime. What I'm trying to say is, if more people watching my reactions rallied up a little bit, then you guys could dominate the votes. That's it. If like a bunch of people watching this right now are going, oh shit man, I'd like Gundam 00 to win, then you could all just come over to Twitch, follow me, and if like 100 of you backed it, it would win. It's that simple. You guys, it's just, you're all very unorganized. You're unorganized. What I'm saying is you need to rally behind a single leader. King Gundam. When I'm saying this, by the way, I'm not just referencing to Gundam. I'm referencing to any anime I watch. If people wanted me to watch more anime or direct it more, you can do that on Twitch. I am very impressed with the music. Yeah, man. I don't know who any of the artists are. This one sounds the most familiar. I feel like I've heard it before. But all 3 songs have been very good. I think this opening is one of the best ones for the animation style. It feels like it's showcasing different houses. See, that could be another idea. I love these shots. With the openings always end with like these like almost looks like a flag shot. And what's the weird thing going around Earth or whatever planet that is supposed to be? It seems like we were like cutting between like houses, you know, like different people wearing different things with like different color coordinations on their clothing, which makes me wonder. Another cool idea could be that like these like mechs are like a house has a mech. You know, like imagine it was Game of Thrones, how Stark would have a mech, the Lannisters have a mech. It's something like that. Every like rich house has like their mech. Like that could be a cool idea as well. I'm curious to know what like the actual point in them and like story in them and what they do and stuff. Are they protecting the world from kaiju? They fight each other. Like what is the idea behind it? Because now I'm thinking, imagine Red Rising, but instead of houses, it's like mechs. And they go to like mech school and then they have to like fight each other with their mechs. And there's like more famous mechs and like weaker mechs. And like that'd be awesome. That'd be so cool. Imagine Hunger Games, but in mechs. And like different mechs have different specs. And like that sort of stuff. Like that'd be amazing. That sounds so cool. Man, I'm all hyped for that. I want to know what the fuck is the deal with this now. God, I keep creating scenarios in my head and hyping myself up even though I don't know what actually is the case. But 3 openings out of 3 with badass songs. It's been a while since I had a list this consistent. This one feels a lot more naked. This one feels a lot more naked. You gotta love how the guy is fully clothed. But everyone else... This one seems very different, this opening. At first, I thought this was gonna be like a very like pop-heavy opening, but like now with like the acoustic and old retro guitar, it's actually really good. So it wasn't just the girls that were naked. There's a couple of dudes that are naked too. This, again, another banging opening. Really, really good opening songs, by the way. Like, I really want to point that out. Again, as well, with a darker kind of theme. Gundam 00 definitely has, like, a dark theme. It feels dark. God, I was really lost. I was actually just like watching the fight unfold. I was like, that was literally that. I was like, this is really cool. I was actually just lost in the fight. The fucking visuals are really good. I like how they've like done the combat and everything. Like, I don't know who I'm rooting for. I don't know any character or anything. But I was just like enjoying it. I was just enjoying the big robots smashing each other. Pause. Okay. So for some reason in this season, everyone gets naked. And there we go, and we end with the damn poster as well. All of these could be on a fucking display. This video is sponsored. Nah, I'm joking, it ain't. Although I don't know why Display haven't sponsored me. You should have sponsored me this part. Every look. And look, it's all Christmassy back there as well. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Do you want to know why? It's because I'm not part of an agency. This is the true reason. There's actually an agency here in the UK I have tried to get part of. I thought it'd be really cool to be part of them. And they've never got back to me. They've never got back to me. I've contacted them twice. Once when I had like 100,000 subscribers, and once when we broke either 500,000 or we were close to it. And I contacted them and I was like, hey, it'd be cool to like be on your roster as a UK YouTuber, because they're the biggest UK YouTuber agency, and they handle like 1,000 UK YouTubers. And I was like, oh, it'd be really awesome to like get to know more UK YouTubers. You know, I'm on my own here. I don't know anybody. All my audience is Japan, and no, they never got back to me. And the reason I'm saying this is because Display usually run their sponsors through agencies, which is why they've never reached out to me. Just saying, you know, I do like Display. And we're going all the way back to the reason I brought that up in the first place. Every single freaking opening ended with like a poster shot, like this gorgeous freaking shot of Earth or the Gundam or whatever it was. And I only noticed at the end that there was always 4 lines, and then at the end I saw the 4 people walking like away from each other in like a square circle kind of thing. So they're the 4 main characters, or they're the 4 main Gundam users. Are they called Gundam, or are they called just like mechs? They might not be called Gundam, to be honest. The 4 main mech users, and they fight each other. I didn't really see them fighting like anything external. That's another thing. And in a mech anime, I kind of like it when you fight like something external, you know? That's when it's kind of cool, you know? Fighting, when it's like a mech fighting a mech, it's a bit like, you know, it's cool. It's cool, how's it going to be done? But when it's like a, maybe the reason is because I feel like when it comes, maybe the reason I'm not the biggest fan of like mech stuff is because I feel like when it comes to a fight, the fight can only be done so many ways, you know? Like in Code Geass, I felt like after 1 or 2 fights, the only difference in those fights was just the weapons got more deadly. So the fights were pretty much the same. They'd like zap at each other, hit each other, clash with swords, whatever. Same fight over and over again. But every fight, someone would have a new weapon. Ah, no, he's got the Proton Cannon 9000. That's right, I've developed it. Bow. And then the next fight, he has the Proton Cannon 9001. That's right, I got the better one. Bow. And it was like always kind of that same fight, but with like a different finisher. That's almost what it felt like. No, I'm not throwing any shade. Don't come at me. I'm not throwing any shade, but that's what I mean. In like a fight outside of a mech, it's less rigid. You know, you can do more. But a fight inside of a mech, there's only so much you can do, or at least it feels like there's only so much you can see. So that's sort of why I've always kind of liked the idea of the mechs fighting something external, because a mech versus mech fight is quite limited, but a mech versus like an army of zombies fight, you can do whatever you want. Mechs versus zombies, God, that'd be an awesome film. But yeah, I have to say, in terms of animation, looks really clean, looks really cold. The songs were very good, and it looked surprisingly dark. I didn't expect it to be dark, but it had like a real dark tone to it. Definitely piqued my curiosity more than I thought. I don't know much about Gundam, but if I'm being honest, I've never like sort of leaned that way. And like now I'm like, maybe I would enjoy it. I would say I've seen like a mech anime. Does Code Geass count? I really feel like it must do, right? It must do. And then like 86, I don't 86 with like jury's out on whether or not that's a mech anime, but I can imagine Code Geass is considered one. But is it like a full-blown one? I don't know. Because obviously the mechs aren't like the main pillar. But then again, they are. But they're not. You know? It's a tough one. But the anime community probably isn't a tough one. Like, nope, we decided ages ago it 100% is. It's like, okay. But yeah, there's a lot of anime I'd really like to watch. I'd like to watch a racing one, like a one around racing, a sports one, a full-blown, like, mech one could be kind of fun, you know. There's a lot. So, we're still quite new in our journey. Only 2 years. We've still got a long time to go. Anyway, Unblurred Reactions on Patreon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have an awesome freaking day, and that's it. As always, my friends, you will see me in the next video.